And I'm back. Been a long hiatus. Whatever, don't really matter. You know what it is, so keep it fit in the building. Back at the castle like always. Another deadlift day. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Keep up with the, you know what I'm saying, the Instagram reels, the whatever. You know. Everything will be right about here as always. But I'm about to get into it. I think this should be week 4 of the block. Long overdue, but Ward told me to start where I left off, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how we move today. And that's a wrap on deadlift day week 5. Thought it was week 4. Had to go check my YouTube. Week 4 was the last video. Go check that out. But I don't know if the camera caught it. I think it was for my last set of my 3x5. I can't remember. I don't know if I hit record before, like, in time. So, some reason, bro, and this is, I'm taking my hat off of this shit. I don't know what, well, I do know what it is. I love when it gets hot at the castle, but I also hate it. Love it because I love to train in the heat. I'm a Texas boy. I'm always be a Texas boy. It just is what it is. So, I'm always love to train in the heat. Don't mind the cold, but love the heat. You know what I'm saying? I love the, you know what I mean? Plus, it's easier on my joints. Like, I don't have as many, like, you know what I mean? I don't have as many problems when it's warm, as most people don't. But the only issue is that I have with training here when it gets hot is everybody else that don't train here year round wants to start coming here during the damn summer. And they have like no gym etiquette, like at all, bro. Like, so okay, so I'm training, right? And so when I did my last warm-up set at 315, right? I don't know if the camera caught that either, but I do my last set and some random dude, right? I was gonna say his race, but race is irrelevant. Some random dude, never seen him before at the gym, walks up to the bar and picks up the 315 and puts it back down. Because I was done with it, I really didn't care. I was like, whatever, all right, cool. Which, I mean, I responded with a I didn't care response. Let me say that. Because it did kind of throw me off. Because I was like, bro, like, who does that? Why would you just walk up and pick up the bar with the, like, why would you just walk onto the platform that I'm using by myself and just pick up the deadlift bar that I'm, like, just pick up, you know, the shit I'm lifting out of nowhere? You don't know me, I don't know you. You didn't say anything, you just walked over there looking lost as hell and just picked it up. Fam, like, that's not how you do that, bro. It's like umpteen bars up in here, bro. Like, we ain't got no bar shortage at all in this entire gym. Like, by far, bro. By far. Go find another bar, please. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it ain't like you asking me to hop in on a cable or like a machine and it's like, hey, bro, can I work it? Bro, you just randomly walk up, don't say nothing, and pick up the bar. Like, bro, I don't know if you, clearly you've never been here before, because 315 ain't impressive unless you like a small person. I won't even put a gender on it. Unless you're like a small person, 315 is not impressive. Like, I've been doing 315 with horrible form before I had a ballpark idea of what it was to deadlift properly in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Conventional or sumo. Had no idea. Just picked it up. Just raw, strong ass lower back, strong ass hamstrings, mainly my lower back, because I was not using no legs to pick it up. So 315 ain't nothing, that ain't nothing special. So whatever. So okay, I get done with my warm-up. I do my 4x2 of my pause at 285. Then I back it down to 235 for my 3x5, right? I'm getting ready to do my last set, and I'm talking about, like, I'm literally walking over to the camera. I'm standing in front of the camera, got the bar loaded, and I'm about to hit record to start my last set, bro. I'm like, done. And I see him walking back over to the bar again and putting his phone down, and he's getting ready to touch the bar. I'm like, yo, no, bro. Like, no, move. Like, no, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna have a conversation. It ain't nothing to talk about, bro. It's yo, and move. That's it. I got 2 words. Yo, to get your attention, and move as to what you need to do. I'm not having a full-blown conversation when I'm literally in the middle of walking over to the weight to do my last set, bro. Like, it's not even,
it's not even an option at this point. Like, they had no conversation about it. Because what are you doing? And it's just like, fam, like, that shit had me so much. That shit had me so hot. Like, anyways, workout went good. I watched my 315 for one. I did start kind of falling forward when I got to the lockout portion. I'm still struggling with remembering to lock out my knee, like drive my legs all the way to like full extension for it to actually be considered a real lockout of my sumo deadlift. Because I'm so used to like thinking about it from a more conventional lockout type of a more conventional lockout type of sense. So like bringing my hips forward, which doesn't really apply in sumo because my hips are already forward and I just kind of stand up with the weight, basically. So yeah, so they're already forward. They can't really go that much farther forward than they already are. So I just need to lock my legs out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did notice that. Like once I kind of came up, like I started to kind of fall back forward. It was kind of slow, but I could tell. So I tried to fix that on my pauses. One thing I would say about the pauses, when I was going up, when I went from 135 to 225, I did my jump. 225 felt way heavier than it was supposed to, but it was mainly because I wasn't respecting it like it was 225. I was respecting it about like it was the bar. Which to a certain extent, as far as like not being scared to grab the weight and pick it up and do what you do, that's cool. When it comes to I'm going halfway, put myself in the correct position and do this the right way, that's when it becomes a horrible idea and a horrible decision to not respect the weight at all times. But bro, man, that jump from 285 back down to 235, my first like probably 1 or 2 reps on my first set of my 3x5, definitely almost fell. Definitely almost fell backwards because I came up really, I'm coming in hot. Yeah, so that's it. I ain't want to make this video too much longer. If y'all have any questions, put them below. And that's kind of it. Sorry I keep looking off. You know, it's still weird to like just stare in the camera the whole time to a certain extent. And then plus, I've always just been a person where I always try and look at my surroundings and never be too focused on one thing at all, ever. Even if I'm just talking to somebody, having a normal conversation, I'm always looking around. Plus, like when I was younger, for whatever reason, I heard some culture. This is what I heard. I'm not, you know, so please don't take any weird, whatever. Anyways, when I was younger, I heard that in some Asian culture, it's considered disrespectful to look somebody in the eye. And for whatever reason, that has stuck in the back of my subconscious to where I can't turn it off. Like if anybody that knows me, if I ever talk to you, I rarely will look you in the eye. And it's weird because it's an inadvertent form of respect in my mind that's being respectful. I get it. I live in America. I live in Texas. Most people consider you not looking them in the eye as like you being disrespectful or you being like like you lying or something like that. But that's the reason for it. So that's also why I look away from the camera a lot when I'm talking. But anyways, Soul Keeper Fit on Instagram, Soul Keeper Fit Apparel on Instagram, storefrontier.com/Soul Keeper Fit Apparel is where you can get the merch. Cop that, rock that, tag me in it. Let's go. Subscribe, like, comment, share, tag somebody, tell somebody to tell somebody, and we back on the road up. This week 5. So my program is the bar drew me up for me to hit 4. I think this is supposed to be for me to hit 450, which it kind of I mean, to me, it makes a lot of sense. Like just looking at it based off how I kind of know how my body is. Like, okay, so my general understanding, at least when it comes to me, of my powerlifting life, whatever you want to call it, is if I can lift this amount of weight for this many reps, I should in theory be able to lift this amount of weight for at least a single. That's kind of the general principle that I, in my head, feel like works for me to understand. So the weights that he has me doing, like these 4x2, like, so yeah, like my last week of, so week 12, my 4x2, yeah, my 4x2 and my 3x5 of my last week on this, yeah, bro, like that, for me to be shooting for 450, yeah, cause I mean, bro, that's 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15, 8 and 15 is what, 23? That's 23 reps total after my warm-up, after my, you know, warm-up sets, after all that. So that versus me warming up and then working my way up to like a 1 rep max versus, you know what I'm saying, I'm working up to a 1 rep max, boom, here. And before that, I was working up to 23 reps of a, you know, workout. So it's like my fatigue level should be super low by the end. And then just the simple fact that I've been practicing the form, the form, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my strength got to get back up from, you know what I'm saying, all the time off I had, building back up muscle from Ramadan, stuff like that. But for the most part, bro, 90% of my issue with me trying to deadlift anything over anything over 400 pounds is simply my form. It was never my strength. It was like my legs were strong enough to stand up with the weight. Everything was strong enough to hold it for the most part. My core is, it's always been iffy just because I neglected it. But outside of that, like my back, everything else outside of my core was always strong enough to pick up a lot more weight than I've ever picked up. So now it's just me getting back the form and then getting back the actual strength to go with it. And 450 shouldn't be no problem, and 500 by the end of the year should definitely not be a problem. I just gotta stick with it. But that's literally it, bro. It's just consistency and, you know, repetition. That's all it takes. But that's all I got for y'all. I'm out. Finna go eat.